Welcome to Stingerz, discussions with fellow SAUBs over everyone's favorite energy drink. I'm Cooper Alt. I'm joined today by Dean of Students and Vice President of Student Engagement, Dr. Chris Waugh. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So, how are you feeling before trying these Stingerz?
I'm excited. I've tried Stingerz a few times, and I like them. I've liked them every time, but I can have just a couple sips. So this is probably about the right amount for me because
no,
it's
I'm
just the sugar.
I'm about the same. Yeah, I only get one very rarely.
Totally.
Our first drink is Clover, which has green apple, kiwi, and pineapple. So how would you rate that out of 5?
I like it. I like it a lot, actually. Yeah, it actually reminds me of Kool-Aid that I grew up with. I'm going to have another sip. I probably shouldn't, but
probably give
recommended.
that a good 4, 3.5 out of 5.
Is this out of 5? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd give it a 4.5. Yeah.
You were recently named the first Vice President for Student Engagement and Dean of Students. So what did that mean to you to take the role?
So it was terribly exciting, and I think the thing that I was most excited about was getting to work directly with our president, Amy Novak. Amy is smart, innovative, and I just love what she's bringing to the university, and I really wanted to be a part of that. And I'm already learning so much from her. And the other vice presidents on the cabinet. It's been really great. So it was, I thought in some ways it might be just a continuation of my Dean of Students role, but you know, every day has a different twist that you don't expect. And that's part of what I love about it.
That sounds like an amazing time, I'm sure.
It's been great.
Our next drink is Easter Bunny, which is strawberry, vanilla, toasted marshmallow, and guava. Sounds very interesting.
All right. I can literally taste every ingredient. Maybe a 2?
Yeah, I'd have to go about
maybe
the
a
same.
2. Okay.
Maybe a slightly lower.
Although the 2 points I'm giving it is for the burnt marshmallow.
Oh yeah.
That's legit. This
definitely
literally tastes like a burnt marshmarmallow.
That definitely raises the bar quite a bit for it.
Yeah.
So walk us through a day in the life in your role as VP.
So part of what I love about this work is that there really are no 2 days alike. I definitely have set meetings each week, but new questions surface, new issues to work out or solve. I love being an advocate for students. Probably my highlight of the week for me is our student government meetings on Sunday evenings. It's just really fun to get connected with this group of student leaders. They're forward thinking, they're engaged. But really, there's a lot of favorite parts of the meetings. I love working with my team. Our one-on-one conversations are informative, and they're coming up with innovative ideas. It's hard for me to keep up with them, actually, as well. You know, in student services, we absorb chaos and we return calm. And there are no 2 days that are ever alike, which I love, and also no 2 semesters that are ever alike. I remember when online learning first started, nobody thought it would ever have a toehold. But now we're really taking it seriously, and students are comfortable with it. And that's one example of the ways that we're changing and reaching learners that we couldn't have maybe reached before because they're adults with children or working full time. And so it's just really kind of fun to be able to push education in places that we weren't able to be before.
Our next drink is Moon Pool, which is blue raspberry, grape, and white chocolate.
I like it a lot, actually. It looks muddy. It looks
Very
like muddy water to me, but it's really good.
Yeah. What's your favorite part of your role here at SAU?
I think the students. When I was going to school, when I was in high school, college, I didn't know this job existed.
Oh yeah.
And so this was something I just kind of fell into, I became an RA. And so if you're an RA out there, be careful, you may be a Dean of Students someday. And I just love it. Students keep me young, and I'm getting to the age now where my high school classmates have college students, many of whom come to Ambrose.
Really? That must be really interesting to meet them.
It is. It's really great. Just being able to, stay young in a lot of ways by just hearing what students are interested in and doing. Although I have never had a TikTok account, and I don't ever plan to.
I'm the same way. I can't do TikTok.
Well, I just think it's interesting how young people communicate today. I think in when I was in college, we had to be face to face to meet.
Oh,
And
yeah.
now students not only can connect online, but students stay in touch with their high school friends so much more than they used to because of electronic communication and social media. But today, college students communicate with their parents several times a day, you know, and it's just a completely different scene.
So I guess we move on to our final
All right.
drink and our
Let's
final
do it.
question. So we have Leprechaun, which is tangerine, peach, and guava.
Okay.
Very interesting. Kind of feels like it has a softer flavor.
Right, it's not too sweet. It doesn't feel too sweet. I might be able to drink a whole thing of that versus the other Stingers I've tried.
What kind of interest do you have outside of academia here?
Well, I am married and I have a 11-year-old, and so my wife and I just love parenting, and I love being with my family. And my Christian faith is probably the most important thing. I say probably, it truly is the most important thing. I love that we're a Christian university, and I love that we can talk about Christ and we can talk about our faith, that meetings can be opened in prayer. You know, I've always worked at secular institutions before, and this has been a really neat way for me to just be my authentic self at work.
Sounds like a fantastic way to really incorporate yourself into everything you do.
I love it.
So which would you say is your favorite Stinger that we've had?
Probably the Clover and the Leprechaun are ties.
Yeah, I think I'm still going to have to go with the Moon Pool personally, but
Okay, yeah,
I
that
do
was good.
love the Leprechaun and
That
the
was
Clover.
good.
Thanks again for being here.
Thanks for having me.